Hi, my name is Rachel. Thank you so much for tuning in. But I just got my first experience recording an entire video, and I'm looking like this the whole time. So I just wasted 20 minutes of my life. And so let's go ahead and I'll get to redo what exactly I just did. Wow. So first off, my name is Rachel. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I love high-end makeup. I'm a big Sephora shopper, and I'm also a subscriber to multiple beauty boxes. So I always like to give my feedback about the different beauty boxes. What are the highlights? What are my dislikes? Things of that nature, so that way we can just have a growing community talking about makeup, which I love so dearly. So what I have here is my package from my latest haul. So this is like a combination between, I just recently made a couple purchases from the McGrath website because there were some exclusive things that I could only get from her. Plus they're having a 20% off lip product sale, which they don't have that very often. And then also the Sephora like midsummer 20% off for Rouge sale. They just recently had, so I bought some things there. And then also I got something from a realtor from another website directly, but it's a great summer buy. So these are just some of my highlighted products that I've had over the last 2 months. So the first is the newest one and the one that sparked this conversation today. It is the McGrath iEcstasy Subversion palette. So it came in this little sequence bag, and I got it already open because I've already did this. So I'm just going over what I just reviewed. So I guess that kind of makes it easier having to do it twice. So why I thought this was such a great buy is because 3 of the shades, which are Lupus Luxury right here, the Blue Blood, and the Synthetica, these were all in the Decadence palette. And then this here, Gold Standard, and the Crimson Red, these were in the recent Idol releases. And so each of these pans are a gram. I can't remember the last time in any eyeshadow palette I actually hit pan. So I know that for $28 for 6 grams of McGrath quality eyeshadow, I could not say no. So I already have these swatched to make it easy. And these are, it was just one finger right across, and you can already see the pigmentation on this. So this is the Lupus Luxury, the Gold Standard, Crimson Fire. Almost got these bad boys memorized. Yep, Crimson Fire, Blue Blood. I don't even get that, but it's gorgeous. It's like a purplish hue. It's like a brown purplish. And then the Synthetica. And when you see a little bit closer, you can see the sparkles. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I bought this today, cannot wait to give it a little play. And I do not have it on my eyes. This is actually a Butter London palette from one of my BoxyCharms that I had on at work today. So I didn't redo my makeup to do a video. But as you can see, I love this particular color story. I think that especially when it comes to deeper skin tones, orange, gold is just something that I typically gravitate to. So I was excited about trying out this palette. And while we're on the McGrath, that's where I also picked up this lip gloss set, because what happened with the 20% off sale, typically the lip glosses each retail for $30 a piece. So this should have been 120 bucks. This is 93, if I'm not mistaken, regular price. And then 20% off ended up being like 78. So the colors that I have, and the main one that I bought this for is for this color here, which is Paraphernalia. Pretty sure that's how it goes. But that is this purple here. I wanted something in that color family. And on the Sephora website, they did not have any like purple shades. So that's when I noticed that there was a big difference when you go to the actual brand themselves their website. There's certain shades that are exclusive to their website, so that's why I picked this up, because this next shade, Twillo, was already in my cart, and they do have this shade at Sephora, but when I saw this, it was a much better buy. And I know that $30 for a lip gloss, that can seem a bit pricey, but when it comes to the formula of Pat McGrath, it is by far my favorite. It's thick, but not too sticky. It's long lasting, has a light and pleasant smell. And then for the gloss, it is heavily pigmented, because I do have the paraphernalia on now, and it gives me just enough color to see the purple, but the gloss, the shade, gives me that look to it, which I adore. So love that. The next shade in here is the Blood 2, and this is the deep red that is on my hand. So I don't rock red that often, but I don't have anything that's shiny. Most of the reds that I have are matte, so I'm excited to add this to my repertoire. And then this is the Blitz Gold, and that's this gold shade up top. I don't have anything exactly like that in my collection, and so that would be fun for like a New Year's Eve or just like a cute dinner date when I'm just trying to go a little bit over the top. So very excited about all of these, but some things I'm not as excited about, which kind of ticked me off, is I bought a lipstick, and I have 3 different lipsticks from Pat McGrath, and also, so y'all can see what I'm also dealing with. This is how the package came, with all this pretty twirly stuff, so I probably won't throw that away. I'll probably put it on my vanity or something like that to make it actual usage to it, but it's very messy. But I did order a lipstick, and this is another shade that I could not get off of the Sephora website, and it is the shade Divine Brown. So I already showed y'all. I got this. It's $40 for a lipstick, and what happened is that the lipstick was inside of here, and so I had to like kind of pull it out, like twist it up, pull it out, play around with it. It was all over my hands, and I'm not gonna pay $40. This to me it was delivered damaged. I want a brand new one that doesn't look crappy to be delivered, and I've already contacted their customer service. I've never dealt with their customer service, so they potentially could send me a new one, but until then I'm not gonna be happy. And if they do not send me a new one, I'm never ordering from their website again. But I like to think on the side of positivity, so I hope that it all goes smoothly. But I would definitely like to hear about anyone's experiences they've had about receiving damaged merchandise from different merchants. So the good, the bad, and also while you're giving comments about that, go ahead and click like and subscribe at the same time. So if you made it this far, I'm doing something right. So that way we can come and tune in and talk about some more makeup. But the packaging that it is received in, I will highlight that because it's so cute. But this goes in the trash, so I need my lipstick to be cute. Thank you. So waiting to hear back from them. And then from Sephora, I did a couple months ago get her foundation as well as the primer. So I've heard people saying mixed things about it. When it comes to the primer, I love the way it smells. It smells luxurious, and it gives me the feeling of, I almost compare it to a high-end version of the original Fenty primer. Like the smell of it is very, I don't know, it smells like it should be at Nordstrom's or something. It just smells fancy. And then you can see the texture, it's very thick, but then it just melts right into the skin. So love everything about it except for the cheap packaging. Like, this bad boy is like $60. Like, who? Why is it actually have this seam here? Yes, I am being picky. Yes, I spent $60. So yes, I'm looking for perfection in terms of what the exterior looks like, because it arrives in this gorgeous packaging that looks something to the effect of, I think, a fancy perfume bottle. And then you give me this crappy little plastic thing. Work on that situation, especially when it's sitting next to this, because I'm in the shade 29. So to compare, in NARS, I am New Caledonia, so I'm a little bit deep, like about 4 or 5 shades deeper than Macau, which is another reference point that a lot of people use. But this is gorgeous. I wish they would have had the same exact packaging for the primer. That just makes sense. Like, there's people that make 10 times as much money as me. They get paid to think about nothing but this kinds of stuff, and I do not like the packaging of the primer. Great product, shitty packaging. But stepping back to the good things, overall, I love all of my Pat McGrath purchases. I will continue to get more from her, and eventually I will make the splurge and buy one of the motherships. But what happened is that the same color story that I got in my Aina jacket. So this is one of my other recent purchases, but how it's related is because I feel like this color story, in terms of the purples, the oranges, the browns, I'm getting the same type of vibe in the newer Pat McGrath, and I already have this. I just can't justify buying that palette when I already have this. And then I've also just picked up the mini. So the mini filled an actual void because I didn't have those types of colors because Decadence is not around. But the newer palette, the formula is irreplaceable. But for me, I just don't think it has a place in my collection right now. So I'll do more, like this video is mainly about first impressions. I have used this Aina palette and I'll do a get ready with me soon. But the colors that I love the most is the Trust Issues, the Edges, and then Zam. These are my go-to looks that I wear to work. But actually, I'm curious of something real fast. Because Shookington, it just kind of, oh no, they're not the same. They're not the same because of course Pat have that special formula, but I'm pretty sure that if you want something close, I really didn't need to have this palette. I just wanted it, but look how close those are. It's actually something I did not notice in my last video. So Aina palette, that's a staple. If you are a deeper complexion and you do not have that palette, you sleeping, girl. So get on that. So some things I picked up at the Sephora sale. I had already had these minis that I have received either from spending more than $25 at Sephora. So I got this, and then this I got in my Sephora Play a couple months ago. So this is the Herbivore, I never can say that word, Bakuchol. Long story short, it's like a gentle retinol. So I was actually having like some breakouts on my lower face a lot. And I think it was because I was using too many acids. I love acids, I love the texture it gives my skin, but I was having a lot of breakouts, so I tried to use less of my pharmacy. It's the Honey Glow. Love it, but now I went from using it like every other day to using it only like twice a week. And then I alternate between this and this. So at the Sephora sale, I bought the big sizes. So got the Claudelie Serum Perfecting Serum. Long story short, it's like a natural salicylic acid. So I like that. And then this is a PHA, which is more gentle than some of the BHAs and AHAs in my Honey Glow. So it's more acceptable to be worn multiple times in the week. So I still use my Honey Glow, I just reduce the amount of times I use it per week. And then this is an oldie but a goodie. I think this is very black girl friendly. This is the Natasha Denona Balloon palette. And I got it because I don't own too many cream blushes. So I like the natural cheeky look that it gives me. So you're not looking all up in my house. I love that blush. It's very black girl friendly. And then also the highlighter that is down below. I don't think people talk about this highlighter as much as they should. It's like a dual chrome coral. It's right there, but it's like coral and pinkish. And I'm going to do an actual get ready with me this weekend where I'll put some of these to the test. But I just wanted to kind of catch up on what products I've been using or purchasing, and then do a follow-up soon. Because also I have been slipping on my boxes, giving updates on that. So I will do a collective things I loved in my boxes lately. So that way we can go over just overall great products I've gotten those. So thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, please like and subscribe, share with your friends. And if you could just comment please about your experiences that you've had dealing with going through merchants directly versus using like a Sephora Ulta. I typically always buy my products at Sephora because they have a wonderful return policy if something does not work for me. But I've used different brands. Anastasia Beverly Hills, I had no issues. I got this in 2 days. Wonderful, great buy. And then overall my Pat McGrath, it came rather quickly, but I don't like the fact that a $40 lipstick came damaged. So I'm hoping that their customer service is flexible. So tell me about your stories. If you love going from the brands directly, if you prefer using your Ultas, your Sephoras. And my name is Rachel, and thank you so much for tuning in. Bye. Thanks.